Hello there. Welcome back to grade 11 business studies. This video, we are still looking on the question paper of November 2023, and we are going to look at paper one, still working on the paper one of November 2023. So our question is question 4 on that question paper, and it is on a business environment. So we are going to start with 4.1, which reads set any two challenges in the macro environment. And we know that macro environment these are external and uncontrollable factors that impact the overall business environment. Examples, we have economic factors, political factors, and also social, cultural factors. So this explanation that we have in terms of macro environment. So we need the challenges that are there uh, that are related to the macro environment. So obviously, these challenges are going to be related to these factors that constitute the macro environment. So if we go to another section, we see that we've got a list of those factors that affect the macro environment. We've got political changes being one of the factors. And then we've got the contemporary legal legislation. That is, when legislation changes, it becomes a challenge to the organizations or businesses. And then we go to our labor restrictions, also micro lending, also globalization or international challenges is a challenge. And then we've got so our social values and demographics also becomes one of them. So this is what we have in terms of the responses that we have on 4.1, that is state N2. But take note that the question only requires us to erase two, so we can just take two that from the list that we have there. Then our question is put at 2 marks. So this is what we have. The next question is 4.2. It reads outline 3 examples of contemporary legislation that may affect business operations, and it's got 6 marks, which means each point has got 2 marks. So the question requires you to outline 3 examples of contemporary legislation. But we're talking about contemporary legislation. It refers to laws and regulations that are currently in force and they have been recently amended. So those are the typical contemporary legislation that we have. So we are just going to try to see within the context of the South African economy, what contemporary legislation do we have, rules which laws and regulations have been recently amended is what we are looking for. So we go to the other section and try to see all the lists that we have on those contemporary legislations. The first one we are having the Labor Relations Act regulates the relationship between the employer and employees when resolving a conflict in the workplace. So this is the first one that we have. And then we are the BCEA provides the minimum or describes the conditions of employment. So occupational injuries and diseases, that is or contract diseases while on duty, or ensures that working environment. So this is the third one. Then the fourth one, we've got the Skills Development Act ensures the employers contribute towards one. But our question obviously requires 3. So out of these are 4 that we answer section. So this is in 4.3 reads, read the scenario below and answer the question that follows. Then we have got information that we are given there for solar drones, in brackets SD. Solar drones developed a drone that is operated with solar power and no batteries need to be replaced. SD was worried that other businesses would copy their design, so they registered their innovation. They also used a very special symbol of a glowing sun to enable customers to identify their drones. So the question, according to information given, is 4.3.1, identify 2 solutions to piracy implemented by SD. Motivate your answer by quoting from the scenario. So we have piracy in our question. So basically, when we're talking about the piracy, this is just an unauthorized use of or reproduction of another person's work. So in this case, it's coming from another business work. When you reproduce what belongs to another business, it becomes also a piracy. So the question is asking us for 2 solutions that we have information given here that relate to solutions to piracy. So if you go there, you see that if you go to the first sentence, it reads, second sentence reads as SD was worried. So here they registered their invention. So what does it mean? This means this is trying to block other businesses from their product. So this is the process of patents, and we know that patents it is a type of intellectual property that gives its owner the legal right to exclude others from making, or using or selling an invention. So this is exactly what they are employing on that part. So we've got patents, and then if you go to the next sentence, it reads they also used a very special symbol. So this special symbol indicates that this is a trademark. Uh, uh, they also use a very special symbol of a glowing sun to enable customers to identify their drone. So on the part of special symbol, that's where we are identifying that they use a trademark as a way to solve piracy. And we know that explanation of trademark is that it is a recognizable sign or symbol that shows ownership of a particular product or service, and also it legally differentiates it from others. So this is exactly as we are seeing there. So we go to another section, see all the explanations of patents and trademarks, and the reference obviously is going to be given on the part of the sentences that we have just referred to. So we go there and see what we have. So we've got a table that we have here, whereby we have solutions to piracy as a column and then motivations as a column. So on patents, SD was worried that other business would copy their design, so they registered their new invention. That's where the evidence is, so that it employed a patent. Then on trademark, they also used a special symbol of a glowing sun to enable customer to identify their drone. So that's the explanation on trademarks. So this is what we have, and then we can just try to move to the next part of the question. Like we go to the next part of the question. Explain the purpose of the Labor Relations Act, which is LRA brackets 1995 Act 66 of 1995. So this is the Labor Relations Act 66 of 1995. We know that it regulates the organizational rights of trade unions and promote and facilitate collective bargaining in the workplace. So generally, that's what the purpose of the Labor Relations Act, to regulate the organizational rights, that is of trade unions, and also to promote and facilitate collective bargaining in the workplace. So the question is asking us to explain the purpose. So you would see that we've got many purposes that we can raise of the Labor Relations Act. So we can try to go to the other section and see what we have. On the first point, it provides a framework for governing the labor relations between employer and employees. So it governs the labor relations between employer and employees being the first point that we have. Going to the second point, it regulates the rights of trade unions. It facilitates collective bargaining processes to take place in the workplace. Then we go to the third point, it encourages the establishment of workplace forums where employees may participate in decision making. We go to the next one, which is saying encourages fair labor practice between employer and employee. And it also makes provision for the establishment of the labor courts and labor appeal courts to deal with labor issues, and establishes the Commission for Conciliation, Mediation, and Arbitration disputes through statutory conciliation, mediation, and arbitration. And we have deals with strikes and lockouts and workplace forums, establishes workplace whether they belong to the trade union or not. And then we have the last one that we have, which is which advances labor peace to ensure the workplace maintain the basic rights of employees. So that becomes the last that we have. But if we refer to our question, we would see that our question is just saying explain the purpose of the Labor Relations Act. There are no number of points that are being mentioned there. So the question is for 6 marks. So we can determine that at least 3 points are required to be raised. So at least we can come up with at least 3 points. So this is what we guys are putting to this video. This is the question paper of November 2023. Hopefully this video was helpful. Let's not forget to subscribe and share. Let's not forget to share the link to our colleagues who are doing the level business studies. Let's get notified. More typical examination questions are going to be uploaded on this channel. Let's meet again in the next video. As for this video, I'm out.